My husband laughed as he signed our divorce papers, boasting he'd leave me with nothing. Then the judge revealed I had secretly faked my death for legal purposes. For 3 years, Dorian treated me like his personal assistant, cook his meals, do his laundry, manage his calendar. When I asked about starting my own business, he'd laugh. Babe, you can barely balance our checkbook. It started small. Dorian would come home from his marketing job and complain about his incompetent coworkers. These idiots don't understand data analysis, he'd rant. Maya, you wouldn't believe how simple this stuff is. I'd nod and hand him his dinner, but I was listening, really listening. When he'd fall asleep watching TV, I'd quietly open his laptop. His work presentations were left open, full of basic spreadsheets and amateur charts. For someone who called his coworkers idiots, his own work was surprisingly mediocre. I started researching. Late nights after Dorian was asleep, I'd study business analytics, data visualization, market research, YouTube tutorials, online courses, industry blogs. I told myself it was just curiosity. During one of his dinner rants, my boss gave the Wexler account to Linnea. Can you believe that? I've been there 3 years longer. What's the Wexler account? I asked. Dorian waved dismissively. Some restaurant chain wants to optimize their supply chain. Basic stuff. Linnea probably got it because she's sleeping with someone. That weekend, while Dorian golfed, I researched Wexler Restaurant Group. They weren't just some chain. They had 300 locations across 5 states. Their supply chain issues were costing them millions annually. I spent hours crafting a detailed analysis of their problems and potential solutions. It was better than anything I'd seen on Dorian's laptop. But what was I going to do with it? The answer came 3 months later. Dorian's company lost the Wexler contract. Linnea screwed it up completely, he fumed. Now they're looking for outside consultants. My heart raced. This was my chance. The next day, I drove to the county courthouse. Maiden name restoration, they called it. Simple paperwork, $50 filing fee. Maya Chen became Maya Lin again, my name before marriage. I opened a business bank account, registered Lin Analytics LLC, created a professional website, all while Dorian thought I was grocery shopping or getting my nails done. The Wexler pitch took me 2 weeks to perfect. I submitted it under Lin Analytics, with Maya Lin as the principal consultant. No mention of my married name anywhere. 3 weeks later, they called. Not only did they want to hire me, but they were impressed enough to offer a 6-month contract worth $180,000. I nearly dropped the phone. Dorian never suspected. When I told him I was taking pottery classes, he barely looked up from his phone. That's nice, babe. Don't spend too much. The pottery studio became my cover story for everything. Client meetings, site visits, presentation prep, all explained away as pottery class or ceramics workshop. The Wexler project was a massive success. They saved $2.1 million in the first quarter alone. Word spread fast in their industry network. More contracts followed. Hargrove Hotels wanted efficiency analysis. Callaway Manufacturing needed supply optimization. Davison Retail required market penetration strategies. I was working 18-hour days, but Dorian never noticed. He'd come home to dinner on the table and assume I'd been home all day watching Netflix. Within 18 months, Lin Analytics had 12 major corporate clients. I hired 2 employees, a data analyst and an administrative assistant. We rented real office space downtown. The irony wasn't lost on me. Dorian complained daily about his $75,000 salary, while I was pulling in 6 figures under a name he'd forgotten I ever had. The divorce papers were brutal. He'd take the house, the cars, everything. His lawyer smirked as they laid out the settlement. I'd get $500 a month. That's generous, Dorian whispered, considering you contributed nothing. His lawyer had researched Maya Chen, the housewife with no income, no assets. They found nothing. I sat quietly watching him gloat. What Dorian didn't know, Maya Chen was a ghost. Maya Lin owned everything. My lawyer stood up. Your Honor, we need to amend our financial disclosure. Dorian rolled his eyes. What could she possibly have? The bailiff handed over a thick folder. Tax returns showing $2.3 million in business income. Corporate filings, bank statements. Dorian went white. His mouth fell open at my Fortune 500 contracts. This is impossible, he stammered. The judge peered over her glasses. Mr. Lin, your wife has been quite busy. His lawyer frantically whispered. Dorian stared at me, seeing me for the first time in years. You played dead, I smiled. So I became someone else entirely. A